Today's episode is brought to you by Hero Forge. Hero Forge has got those awesome custom minis for your next game or, just for fun. Now let's jump into this podcast. Hello, everybody. It's time for Crendor.
Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. In 4-hour recording studio. Recording.
Wake your ass up! It's the Crendor in the morning!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to an episode of Cox and Crendor in the morning.
Yeehaw.
You sound so excited.
Always am.
I'm more
Always.
excited, and I blew out my vorse. I blew out my vorse. That's right, blew out my vorse this morning.
Hey, you never want to do that.
Yeah, I was doing some voice recording for the FMV game I'm making, and I had to do like a gruff, like that kind of voice.
Yeah.
And yeah, my throat is like, why, bro, why?
Was it fun at least?
It was great. The lines sound good. I'm literally a talking skull, if that makes any sense to anyone. It shouldn't, because that's the whole point. And yeah, I'm gone. But I have plenty of water and tea, so I should be fine.
Well, that's good. I saw you playing that other FMV game, the one where you're like an Empress.
Oh, loved it. Big fan. That actually was very entertaining. I don't know if I'm missing out on the world of Chinese soap operas or dramas or whatever, like C-dramas, I guess they'd be called. They are something else. There's moments where like a character will make a choice and then you'll get a 25-minute flashback of like everything that led up to that moment. And you're like, whoa, this is the most dramatic. There, for example, there was a love story happening between two characters. I don't want to spoil which two.
Right.
But one of them is forced to leave because of custom. And the love story between the two of them is told in a flashback that's the most dramatic. The music, you watched the episode of Too Old for This where I did Love in Deep Space. You know how the music in that was the piano, the soft piano music? Same thing, same vibe, except it's in ancient, like 7th century China, and it is amazing. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, it's called Road to Empress. It's a game where you play as a young woman in China who needs to survive in the royal capital in order to eventually become Empress. And so it's this FMV game, and I'm going to say it, someone in China with $1 bajillion funded this thing because the value, you know how you're like, I wonder where the money went in this game. Like, where'd they put the money? It is obvious. There are costumes and dance numbers and actors actually acting, and like, it is impressive. It's very impressive. But also over-the-top C-drama style where, again, people will turn and the lights will change color and there'll be like a glow, and it's hilarious. I loved every minute of it. I did great. And you can die frequently. The very first choice I made, moment one, this girl who I had seen, like, you're entering the royal palace and it's you and a bunch of consorts and you're walking into the palace and one of the girls in the group with you is, I guess, an old friend. And she's like, here, I brought you this hair clip. It's for good luck because I miss you so much and my father wanted to give this to you. Blah, blah. And so you take the hair clip and then it falls on the ground because you get startled by, I guess, like one of the chief consorts showing up. And she is, to put it nicely, the biggest bitch on planet Earth. So she rolls in and starts being mean to everyone right away. And she sees the hair clip and says, all right, who does this belong to? You can either say, it belongs to me, it belongs to my friend, or one of the girls in the front dropped it. And if you say it belongs to me, she's like, oh my God, it's so, which is what I did, because I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to own up to it. It was mine now. Even though my friend just gave it to me, it was a gift. It's mine. So I was like, yes, this is mine. And she's like, how dare you have something so, beautiful or unique or whatever, like this wrong color. I don't remember what she said. Needless to say, she punishes me by having it branded onto my forehead. And then I guess I died from that. I don't know. It was like, you lose. I was like, oh, all right. So I went back in and I was like, well, I guess it's one of the girls in the front of me. And the girl in front of me, she's like, you'll be branded. I was like, oh, damn. Okay, so no matter what, this is bad. Because what happened is I recognized that the girl who gave me that knew that was going to happen. And so from moment one, everyone's conniving and backstabbing. Like the girl who said she's my friend from moment one wanted to get me out of the competition to be one of the lead consorts. And I was like, oh, that's how we're playing? So from that moment, that one singular death, I went full Littlefinger and was like, F it. Everyone's going down. I don't trust anyone. Everyone's in my way. I will make sure everyone pays for this. And I did pretty good. I over the course of playing, only died 7 times. 5 of my deaths were literally trying to save a monk. And I'm not even going to explain why, but I died 5 times doing that. And I'm just going to let you know, I don't think it was worth it. And I thought I did fine, but then I found out Dodger died 47 times, so I feel much better.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That is, you got so many times.
I mean, I will say, I think it's helpful to know some Chinese history because I'm a big Dynasty Warriors fan. So there's certain things, like there's one choice where in order to get out of trouble, you can try to persuade this like court astrologer. I was about to say magician, but he's an astrologer. And the way I did it was just simply by knowing the rules of Dynasty Warriors. Like in that game, shit happens that to anyone outside of, first century China would be like, why would anyone do that? But if you know how the dynastic period was, you'll be like, oh no, that's it. And so literally it saved my ass so many times. Just knowing the right thing to say because I've heard it said in Dynasty Warriors. I was like, yes, Dynasty Warriors is paying off. It was great. I had a blast.
I might actually play that tonight at this point. I think that'd be fun.
I think you'd enjoy it. You don't have to read anything, mostly because it has subtitles, but they move so quickly that you will not be able to read it out loud.
Oh, God. All right.
The good news is that it's very easy to follow what's happening in the story. But, if you ever get to a point where you feel like you need to read something out loud, just take it in, but don't try to read it because by the time you even start reading it, it will have moved on.
All right. That sounds like my type of thing.
Yeah, the pace is very quick, but it took me 6 hours to beat. But it's a pretty quick pace, and there are chapters and stuff, and you'll either die a bunch or you'll get the hang of it very quickly.
All right, yeah, I'm curious. Maybe I'll be in the middle. I'll have 20 something deaths.
The interesting thing is when you beat it, it gives you first off, there are tokens and money in the game. And I was like, what the hell is this about? What does this mean? I still don't know what the money does. Couldn't tell you. But the tokens, when you beat the game, you can use the tokens to vote for, with everyone else in the world, who you think the best characters are. And you can get, and there's a rating of best and worst characters, and you can see them on this list, and people will just funneling tokens into them. Which is interesting. I'll give it that. I've never seen that before. And then at the end, when you beat it, this was incredible. So while you play, you get sort of like a word chart, one of those word balloon graph things, whatever they're called, where the more of a thing you are, the bigger the word. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that exists in the game. And at the end of the game, it literally gives you a not star chart, but a personality test based on the choices. Every choice you made throughout the entire game, this is who you are.
Is this all your choices add up to this? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and that's what it says. I have no idea how much of that is accurate, but right. All your choices, right and wrong, apparently equal this thing. And so I don't know what Dodgers was, but I do know mine was hilarious. I got arsenic.
Arsenic?
It said, your personality is that of arsenic, but in a good way. And I was like, what do you mean? And apparently it's because I'm decisive and I affect those around me. And I'm like poison? Is that what it was one of the funniest things because it kept trying to be very nice. It would be like arsenic. Those around you feel an overwhelming, I'm like, sense of dread? What do you mean? And it's like, you change everyone you come in contact with. You're a force to be reckoned with. I'm like poison? So yeah, that's what it told me I was, which was very funny. And then it gives you like a pet animal. Mine was a melon child.
Melon child?
Like a baby made of melons, dude. I don't know. Beat the game. Beat the game, and you tell me what you got, because it's insane. Again,
this sounds
I don't know
insane,
what any of this has to do with the. It's an FMV game about 7th century China, but the beginning and end of it is like, do you want to take a personality quiz? Like, I guess. Crazy game.
No, this game sounds great. I'm all in now. I just bought it for $6.
Yeah, solid purchase.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I'll check that out. I don't know if I can beat it tonight, but you can.
Probably not. I beat it because I was just like, I'm going to one and done this thing.
Right.
And so it took like 6 hours. But that was a fun 6 hours. Admittedly, laughed the entire time. There are some amazing moments where my jaw just dropped. Most of me playing is my mouth hanging open like, I can't believe I'm watching this.
Huh. All right. Yeah, this sounds pretty fun. I mean, I enjoyed the Fame game because of how dumb it was, but this seems like it's actually good. So that'll be nice.
It is dumb in a different way. Like, it is so dramatic. Every single choice, every single one could end in your death, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. No, I see.
Like, it isn't just like you make a choice and then someone can. Every single choice can kill you. As far as I'm aware.
It's like Game of Thrones, but even crazier.
Dude, pure Game of Thrones. Every single character, by the end, I was like, I don't trust any of you. The one character I did trust was this guy that I kept flirting with to the point where he fell in love with me, and I was like, I'm going to use him. And that worked out pretty well. I had him wrapped around my finger, and I used him the entire time, and I felt good about it, so.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Let's see. I was gonna ask you about. That's what it was. You tweeted. All right. There's a tweet. You said, "Sometimes I read comments. I know. But tonight, I read one that was particularly mean, and out of curiosity, I clicked the person's page. Y'all, I have an amazing story to tell on Geekenders, but then Geekenders didn't happen. So now, it's here."
You want me to tell it to you? All right, I'm still going to tell it on Geekenders. You must understand, because it's Geekenders related.
Yeah,
so anyone listening right now, you're about to hear the story twice. Just be prepared.
Yeah.
So, it was a comment on a Geekenders video. Not video, it was a short. But this guy, basically I'll use the nice version of what he said, but basically he said, you are terrible. I hate this. I will not be returning. I'm going to block all your content. Here's the reasons why you suck. And it was things like, the title is misleading. You're using a girl to get views, even though it's Dodger. Right?
Yeah.
He was just like going off. And it was very mean. Not like trolly, just like mean.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. It just hit me in a way. And I was going to respond and kind of be a dick to him and hit him back with like a dick response. And then I decided, wait, before I do this could be like a kid. This could be like a person having a bad day. This could be any sort of thing. Let me click his profile. So I clicked this dude's profile, and he had a few videos on his YouTube, which is rare. Usually you go to someone, you can see their page, and you can see kind of what they like versus what they don't like, or maybe they don't have anything there, and maybe it's like, all right, well, whatever. But anyway, went to this guy's page. He had 3 videos. 2 were years and years old. One was like him playing piano as a kid, like that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then one of them was him in his room that, look, it was challenging Asmongold for gross rooms.
Right.
Like, it was bad. And he looked a mess, like a mess. So immediately I was like, okay, I'm not going to go on in this guy. He's got enough problems.
Right.
But for some reason, and the video, by the way, was like him rating characters in a game, right?
Yep.
It had like 60 views. So, for some reason, I decided to go down and look at the 3 comments he had. And of those 3 comments, one of them was asking where he had been. One of them was saying that it was, interesting to see that he was back. And one of them essentially said, "You suck. This is terrible. I don't like this. I can't believe you're using," roughly what he said to me.
Yeah, right.
And he was like, "This is lazy content." And the guy responded, "Thanks for telling me. I don't know who you are, and I don't care." And it hit me in that moment. This dude was going through the exact same thing I was, but with him. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a page out of the playbook of this guy and be like, I don't care.
Right.
And I don't know. It was just like a weird full circle thing where this dude who had no one watch, like it's 60 people watch this video. And even out of 60, someone was like, "This is lazy. You suck. This is terrible. I'm never going to come back here." And I was like, that's so crazy. There's no level in which you're immune to being absolutely roasted by randoms on the internet.
Yeah. And I mean, it's almost like he tried to do YouTube and got those comments. And so now he's kind of become that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And that's like what I took away from it. I was like, all right, I'm not going to mess with you, dude. You have taught me a lesson today, and I'm going to walk away with this information and appreciate what I just learned here.
Yeah. And I mean, there's probably a tinge of like just jealousy in there too, of like these people are doing all this stuff and like, I could do it better and like blah, 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 like that type of thing too.
Yeah. I don't want to say that the video I did watch of his that was the rating characters in a video game, I didn't want to say anything, but he did have like, sometimes when people talk, they have that air of "I'm better than you."
Right.
Now imagine that on a guy who did not look it.
Right.
A guy who definitely needed a hug. This guy, I don't know. It just seemed funny to me that, yeah, everyone kind of goes through that. And I shouldn't get, even the days when a guy will get to me, I should know better. And I was like, all right, lesson learned, universe. I get it.
Yeah. And it's, I've had plenty of those moments just through the years. Somebody will say something mean. Or just like whatever. And I'll click on their profile and just be like, what does this person watch? What are they looking at? And I'm like, all right, that's fine. I see. You just like, you check out what their profile and even if they haven't made videos, you see what they watch and stuff. I'm like, okay, never mind. I see why this is the way it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it's not one of those things where I'm like, I want everyone to like me. I'm just really curious who would take the time to hate. Does that make any sense? Like, I really want to know. I don't care if you don't like me and then don't comment and don't watch. Like, whatever. That's life. But the person who takes the time to not just say, like, you suck, but the person who takes the time to rant at you, I'm like, what have I done to you? What about me set you off personally?
Yeah, because it's like they've taken the time to get upset enough that they're like, I need to write something. And then they go through with writing it and they post it. Like, a lot of people will be like, this sucks. And then they'll start writing and be like, it's not worth it. Or like they'll just be like, I don't know, like I'll just move on. That's honestly one of the parts of the YouTube streamer job. Or at this point, we consider it a job because it is. But like, there's people that just make YouTube videos for fun that deal with that,
Sure.
or just stream.
That's what I'm saying.
Anything.
This dude had 60 views, and some guy was telling him how bad he sucked.
Yeah. So
like
it's
if I saw a person with 60 views, I'd be like, keep it up, keep improving. Yeah. I wouldn't be like, you suck. Like, that's a whole other level of hater. That's crazy.
Yeah. Or you just don't say anything.
Right. Yeah. I don't understand it. But, it was just an interesting observation I had. I went to go snoop on someone and discovered, like, my own, I don't know, equilibrium, my own, like, all right, calm down, Jesse. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was just the projection of what they are doing, and then you realize it.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah. That's just anytime you put yourself out there, no matter what it is, you're going to get that type of thing. At least like a couple of those.
Yes. Ooh, I found an interesting Reddit post that I wanted to read you.
All right.
It's not one of those weird ones where someone makes up a whole story about how, like, my ex cheated on me with 85 guys,
right.
but I still love her. What should I do? It's none of those. This one is about superpowers and pills. Okay. And I wanted to learn more about you. because I feel like I know the answer, but I don't know that I do because there's a lot of options.
All right.
All right? Okay. You may only choose one of these pills. All right?
Okay.
Don't pick yet. Just take the time to listen and
All right.
think in your head. All right. 1, strength. Increases your general strength, endurance, and athleticism. You may lift tons, deliver denting blows, and run faster than a vehicle. You're almost resistant to all physical injuries. Intelligence. Exponentially increase your intellect. You may learn the content of a book just by looking at it. You're more decisive and logical, and you're also a great tactician. Then there's immunity. You are immune to every known or unknown disease. Your blood is the cure to cancer. You have perfect vision, hearing, etc. Then there's psyche. You are a psychic. This ability allows you to foresee the future. You may also read the minds of individuals. You may lift items with your mind that are up to 2 times your own weight. You may directly talk with your target through telepathy. Then there's elemental. Become one with nature. The elements are with you rather than against you. You will never need to be hot or cold. You'll never be too hot and you'll never be too cold. Fire or any sort of harmful element will never harm you. Your lungs will not yield to limited breathing time. You may control or bend only one element at a time, but you can also talk to animals. Oh. Then, time travel. Gives you the ability to travel back in the past. Be cautious, though. Changing the past can dangerously affect the future. Then, for some insane reason, assassin. You are the perfect assassin. You know everything about moving in the dark. You may also see in the dark. You are granted 1 hour every day to move invisibly. You also gain a 6th sense. You may detect movement from feet away, and you are able to see through objects. Then, of course, flying. You are granted the ability to fly or levitate. You can never grow tired, and you may conceal your wings. Which one would you choose?
Strength, first one. Easy.
I felt that as well. And here's the thing. I really thought about this. And I felt strength. Honestly, I thought you were thinking, strength or immunity, one of those two. But I feel like immunity is a curse.
Exactly.
If you're immune to everything and your blood is the cure for cancer, they will dissect the hell out of you.
Yeah, you're a science fiction movie waiting to happen.
Yeah, they're going to come to you.
Yeah, and then you'll just suffer forever.
Intelligence, I feel like could be fun. But also just, I don't like where it says you're more logical. Sometimes I don't want to be logical. Sometimes I want my flights of fancy, but whatever.
Yeah.
Psychic powers, the only good thing there is for me, it says you can lift twice your weight. So the heavier you are, the better advantage you have in life.
Right.
But with that said, everything else, like, I don't want to read people's minds. Like, that sounds terrible. I'd be like, everyone's talking shit. Elemental, I mean, all right, that could be fun. But the problem is 1 element at a time. Nah, I want all 4. I want to, like, Avatar that. Time travel, too dangerous. Perfect assassin, I don't understand why. Although being able to see through objects, that's pretty fun. Flying, I get hit by a plane. Strength is the way to go. I'm with you completely on this.
Yeah, because, I mean, you'll be healthy enough to do what you want. I mean, you can still learn intelligence stuff. You won't have super intelligence, but, you'll feel good, be able to do what you want. You're not immortal. Nobody's going to be harvesting your blood. Like, it's great.
You are faster than a vehicle. That's how fast you can run.
That's wild.
I wouldn't need to, I would just run. I wouldn't take the car anywhere at that point. If I have amazing strength and endurance and athleticism, and I could punch things and dent stuff, like, no, that's the way to go.
Yeah. No,
Plus,
I
you're
agree.
resistant to almost every physical injury.
Yeah. No, there's no reason not to take that one. Unless maybe you're
literally the only choice for me.
Like, maybe if you're already a strong person, but even then, I feel like you would just be like, I could be even stronger and more resistant.
Yeah.
Like, just,
yeah,
that's got to be the choice.
If you could get away with the immunity one without people knowing, I'd take that. Because I feel like that's like the perfect thing is you have perfect vision, perfect hearing, perfect everything. You're immune to every disease, unknown and known. This is one of those things where you live to be 200 years old.
Yes. But you'd have a good time doing it.
But with that said, again, the minute you go to a doctor one time, you would never be able to go to a doctor again.
Oh, yeah.
The minute they take a blood sample, if you got in an accident, you're done. You're done. They would be like,
it's over.
You have cancer-curing blood. And they'd be like, give us all your blood. They would take you away.
Yeah, you'd be taken away. Even if that was just you were being used for, like, the elite.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Oh,
something.
yeah. No, you would be stuck somewhere and they'd have wires in you all day.
Yeah.
No thanks. All right, I just want to know. I just want to know what you would choose because I figured it would be strength, but immunity was a close second.
Yeah, no, as soon as I heard the immunity, I was like, that's a curse. So that was no, I would take that in a heartbeat. Just being able to just have the strength, the ability, like just being strong and like not injured, and especially now, I would love that. It'd be fantastic.
I figured that's the one you would pick simply because the no injury.
Yeah. No, I could. I mean, I guess you wouldn't have to like even work out because you'd already be strong. But like then you could just work out and like have a good time doing it. Do what you want.
Sure. I wonder if it changes your physique. That's the real thing.
Yeah.
Like, could you just be like the Blob, the X-Men, the Blob, like just like a big fat dude who just like wrecks buildings?
I mean,
does it matter how you look? Could you be like a little tiny skinny boy and then like, punch through a wall? Or does it automatically make you just jacked?
That's a good question. Yeah, I don't
Doesn't
know.
really say. Yeah, I guess it would just make you have sort of like the force of an ant.
Yeah.
Where even no matter what your size is, you are exponentially more powerful than your size.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
I don't know.
No, I like that one. I think with a lot of superpower type things, it always feels like there's one or two that just stand out. And all the others are just kind of like, they'd be cool to have, but not make your main superpower.
Absolutely.
So like, if you remove strength, maybe then take like nature or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I might do the yeah, if there was one that let me like the psyche one, like the psychic powers, I might do that.
Yeah. Because once you remove the primary one, then it's like, all right, which one of these like others that aren't like the meta pick are you gonna take? I don't know. What else did you do this week?
That's all I did really. What did you get up to?
Let's see. I honestly just mainly worked on some videos. Did some streams, did some what else did we do? Oh yeah, we went to my friend's like Oktoberfest pig roast thing. That was fun.
I did see a photo of you on Instagram that was just your face looking down at the camera like a psychopath. And you're like, I'm at Oktoberfest, and I was like, cool.
Yeah. Dude, I love a good beer festival.
Did you have like German beer girls, or was it just friends at a house?
Well, that was just friends at a house, and then there was also like another Oktoberfest that we went to. It was like an actual like fest thing that had the people dressed up and stuff, so that was cool too.
That's fun. I assume you have a lot of that in Chicago
yeah, there's a lot
area.
of those. There's a lot of German people here, and people that like to drink here, even if they're not German.
Yeah, we have a German like sausage place that's doing an Oktoberfest thing here in LA, but other than that, not really happening.
Huh, yeah. No, we have so many Oktoberfest things here. Like they happen like constantly. So it was cool. I will say I'm definitely done drinking for a while.
I can believe that.
Yeah, because you just have so much beer and it's fun, and then you're like, all right, I think I'm done. There's plenty of people that keep going, but I mean, I didn't even have like that many. I had like 3-4 beer,
Sure.
But even then, it's like I'm not a type of person that likes getting actually drunk. I'm more of a person. I like buzz. Like I'd rather have 1-2 beer and then be like, hey, I'm good.
If you got drunk, I imagine you just hurt yourself in some way.
Oh, I probably would.
Like you trip and fall and you'd shatter like a plate.
Yeah, no, I probably would. Something bad would definitely happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no, always just 1-2 beer, 1-2 wine. And I'm good. Don't need any more than that. And then because I mean even then I did have my 3-4 beer, and it's just like you get like like hungover hunger, but like you get like a headache. You feel kind of like the next day type of thing, or even like later that night.
My big issue is that for some reason no other drink does this. Beer makes me sleepy.
Oh,
I don't know why. If I have, I don't know. I think it might be because it's just also more filling. Like I don't exactly know why, but if I have 3-4 beer, I won't be happy drunk. I'll be like, what if I take a nap? Like that's where I get.
Yeah.
Anything else, I'm just like, hey, we're at a party. Hey. I'm fine. But the minute I drink beer, it's like, oh, God, maybe someone else should drive home. Like that's how I get.
Yeah. It's got to be. I mean, is beer like the highest carb?
Maybe
drink? Beer.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
But yeah, like 1 beer, fine. 2 beer, fine. The minute we start to get into 3 or 4, suddenly I'm like, okay, why did I do this? I couldn't tell you. I don't know why that happens. No other drink does that to me at all.
I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I'm like, why does beer make you sleepy? They're like, alcohol's in it. Like, obviously.
Yeah.
But,
well, I mean, like, yeah. And it's not that high of a content of alcohol.
Yeah.
I just think it's something about, like, the carb plus bubbles plus, like, I don't know. I have no real explanation for it. If I did, I probably would have solved my problem by now.
It does say hops can make you a bit sleepier. So it is possible.
Yeah, I'm literally looking at a thing right now that says the hops have sedative properties.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Interesting. That's pretty, because it's true. There are other alcohols where you don't feel that.
Not even remotely. There are plenty of alcohol out there where I'm like, yeah, it was great. Love that. But beer, for some reason, just does it to me. And I'll be like, okay, well, this has been fun. Yeah, wine doesn't do that. Like a tequila won't do that. A vodka won't do that. Like a rum won't do that. I don't know. You know what? Maybe like a bourbon or a whiskey might. But I couldn't tell you why that is either.
Yeah, I don't know. That could.
But I also don't drink bourbon or whiskey often. That's like maybe
Right.
a once a year thing for me.
It could have just been the situation you're in.
Yeah, it might be. Because they're not my favorite. Even though I know a lot of people love them and they swear by it as like their go-to drink. It's not for me.
Yeah. It's, I'm trying. Honestly, I always feel the worst after really sugary drinks. Like the mixed drinks or stuff. Those are always the worst.
Yeah, if I get like I used to be like, give me the weird fruity drink. And now I don't know what happened to me. Taste bud wise, honestly, it might be drinking so much water. Taste bud wise, I'm like, ugh, that tastes like I'm drinking a sugar cube.
Yeah. I think it's like the combination too. It's like alcohol plus sugar just feels, it's like a lot.
Yeah.
Like at least if you have like beer or wine or, something by itself, it's not as, I don't know, it doesn't feel as intense with the sugar hit. Like that makes me the sleepiest and feel worse in general. So yeah. Wait, how'd we get here?
You were drinking.
Oh yeah, October.
That's how we got
beer.
here.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah. That was fun. Good time. Yeah, it always kind of initiates fall for me as well. Like you start the Oktoberfest, even though we're in September, which is kind of weird. But that always feels like the start of fall. It gets a bit cooler outside. And I mean, I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for fall and the colder weather. I'm tired of the heat.
Yeah, my one time of year is when I come to Chicago for the live show and I freeze my ass off for 3 days.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And I'm like, well, that was enough of that.
Yep. So yeah, But you know what is not enough of that?
Oh, solid. Having plenty of new things going on over at Hero Forge, including their awesome face customizer for all your mini fun. Got so many cool things, an extensive selection of editable areas like scalps and eyebrows and noses and jawlines and so much more. Posable ears, advanced teeth, facial hair. You can make the miniature figure for your next D&D campaign or just your shelf or whatever you want. Look as cool as you want it to look. Presets, sliders, control pads, everything's in browser for you to create and fine-tune at your whim. Anything you can imagine in your head, you can create. Hero Forge improved the printing process for your minis. They've got new premium plastic minis with even more microns of printing goodness, so you can get every little detail on the feather of your griffin or whatever the hell it is that you're mounting. And now, incredibly, if you are like, all right, well, I have a bunch of standees, I have, figures, well, you can get it in keychain form. Rep your beloved OC or favorite character from whatever show you love. Hell, you could even make one of Crendor and I would be fine with that. Woo. They're highly detailed and ridiculously durable. These keychains arrive already attached to high-quality zinc alloy lobster clasp, ensuring that they're ready to go in the real world when you need them to go on your adventures. They're made of a clear 1/8 inch thick acrylic, and they feature sort of a front and back printing, and you can get them customized however you want. They're awesome. And they come in the same scale as the miniatures, so it'll kind of be like a 1-to-1 for what's on your table, which is pretty fun. As you know, Crendor and I have made our Hero Forge creations. I had a duck mage. I will still talk about that guy. It's the best thing I've ever made. Little duck mage who has a blood skull for his evil rituals. Don't mess with him. He will get you. And as a reminder again, color printed plastic, color standees, keychains now, regular plastic, bronze, so much more. Plus, if you want, you can download files for your 3D printer, even kit bash, and make something completely wacky and all your own. Visit HeroForge.com, start designing your custom miniature or keychain or standee or whatever today. New content is available every single week. Again, that's HeroForge.com. Use code Crendor to get 5% off your physical miniatures. Go to HeroForge.com, code Crendor.
That's me.
All right, let's go to Chopper 67. The guys with Crendor. How's that traffic out there?
Oh man, traffic, it's still pretty crazy right now, so watch out for that traffic. A lot of people trying to go to the gas stations, get gas. I'll tell you what, I went to gas the other day, and it was like one gas station, it was like $3.80. I was like, what the heck? And I went to another one, it was like $2.90. I was like, what? Oh, all these gas stations got different prices. I don't get it, but I got gas at that one, and so did many other people, because it was packed. Back to you.
Thanks, Crendor. I imagine that's one of those situations where the guy who's like, it'll be $3.80, and then everyone goes to $2.90, and then the $2.90 guy is like, well, I got no more gas, and $3.80 guy's like, oh, now it's $4. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that seems like some long con game.
I think some of it's also just the location. I think some people, they'll like put it in high populated spots, then they'll just be like, I guess I'll just get gas here. Right, so then it ends up working out. So they're like, nice, I can charge more.
There's an infamous gas station here in LA that's in Beverly Hills, and because it's in Beverly Hills, they charge, I don't know, $3 more than everyone else.
Right.
It's crazy that gas station exists.
That is crazy. Yeah, it's like they get the money for it and people pay it, so they're just like, hey, screw it.
Gross, but yeah.
Yeah. What's the traffic?
Okay, let's go to weather.
Weather. We've got 15 weather requests today. Holding down the key. Let's see where we land on. We'll be landing on weather request Gdynia, Poland. It is a seaside city surrounded by dense and unbothered forest. Great place to live. Crendor. Unrelated note, I gently but firmly urge you to play Warhammer Dark Omen, old school Warhammer game with shitty graphics but great mechanics and engaging charm to the death. All right. Let's see. Gdynia.
How do you spell Gdynia?
Gdynia.
Now that I know how it's spelled, I'm so curious if that's how it's pronounced. You know what I mean?
Probably not.
Because it never is. Poland? no matter what you think it's pronounced, I promise you it's not pronounced that way.
It's probably like.
I don't know what this is, but okay.
All right, here we are in Gdynia, Poland. We've got loading. Dude, apparently nobody's loaded the Gdynia weather today. It's taking like 10 years to load these. Hold on. There it is. Feels like 60 degrees, but it's 62 degrees. 6:31 a.m. sunrise, 6:44 p.m. sunset. 74% humidity, pressure 29.86 inches, visibility 10 miles. 14 mile an hour winds, dew point 54, UV index 0, and a new moon phase. Looks like it's raining right now as well. Gonna be raining through the night for a bit. Then we've got tomorrow, Monday, AM rain, 60 degrees. Tuesday, 58, partly cloudy. Wednesday, 58, partly cloudy. Thursday, 57, mostly sunny. Friday's 58 and sunny. Saturday, mostly sunny, 60 degrees. You got your Sunday at 59, partly cloudy. Monday, 57. And pretty much around 60 and partly cloudy most days. Pretty nice.
You know, I was going to go look and see what kind of restaurants or whatever they had there, but I was immediately distracted by the large selection of museums, and one of them is the Museum of the Second World War. And the outside is this orange kind of slanted, I guess, like on its side pyramid thing. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Very bizarre looking building, but on the inside, it is so cool. I've never seen a World War II exhibit where it looks like the battlefield.
Yeah, that is actually really cool. Wow.
It looks like you're walking through a street that has been destroyed during the war. And there's like a tank and rubble everywhere, but it's like on the inside. It's fascinating. I've never, like, what a way to bring history to life. That is so neat looking.
Yeah, that is wild. Yeah, I see that too. I'm looking around.
Yeah, like they had some of the absolute sadder parts where
Right.
it's like you can see all the Nazi memorabilia and things of like the Holocaust stuff, but then they also have parts of the city, air quote city, this fake city or maybe it's what's left over of a thing. I don't know, but there's parts where it's still operational or like made to look that way.
Hmm.
So you can see the difference between when it was destroyed and not. Like, this is what a fascinating building. I am thoroughly impressed.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
And that's just one of them. There's an entire, National Maritime Museum. There's the Deja Vu Museum. There's the Museum Narodowy. Oh boy. Narodowy.
Yep.
Sure. There's another, it's like a rock museum of music of some sort. There's so many other museums that I literally cannot. The European Solidarity Center, thank God for the English on that one. There's like a whole row of, there's so many museums. Huh.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
But what is the Montovnia? I assume that W is a V. Montavia Food Hall? Yo, shout out to the food hall. Okay, this is the spot. This food hall is just like one of those places where you can get kind of whatever you want. And I love those. I love places like that. It's like Grand Central Market downtown LA.
Oh, yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, this place,
like
I love these kinds of
court,
places.
but better.
Yeah. But like all the food, the pizza there looks so good. The ramen and the sushi, and it looks like there's Greek and or steaks.
Oh, yeah.
That looks good. See, that's the kind of stuff I love. I love this kind of stuff. When I was in, last time I was in Poland, I went to a convention, and at the end, we went to a food hall that was in an old, like an old train station. And they converted it into a food hall / nightclub, and we were there at night. And so all the food hall, like all the ticket stalls where you would buy tickets back in the day are now restaurants that you would go and order from. And then there was like a dance hall area and stuff. That's the place where I infamously had to go to the bathroom, but they ran out of toilet paper. So I had to walk like a crab from one stall to the other while there was just a layer of, I'm going to assume, water, but I hope it was water on the floor.
Oh, yeah, I remember this story.
Yeah, that was that place. So there you go.
Huh.
That's you know what? Unabashedly love these kinds of things. I love it when they have toilet paper, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. This place kind of is very hip with the kids.
There's a place called Lolo Taijolo. It looks
First
very
off,
good.
that's awesome. That sounds like a Final Fantasy 14 Lalafell.
Yeah, it looks really good.
There's a place called Secret Room. Stop this. One of their desserts is a flower pot. That's so creative. Oh, I love that. It's a flower pot with a chocolate. The flower pot is a chocolate shell.
Mm-hmm.
And inside they have like a cocoa thing. I'm watching this girl break it down, and oh, that looks like so much fun. Oh, I love having fun with food. This secret room looks like an absolute go there with your friends and get drunk while you eat weird food that looks like it would be from a Michelin star restaurant.
That does sound pretty great.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute. I love that.
I think
again,
there's a
very trendy, this whole area.
There's like a chain, a fast food chain I've never heard of called Zabka.
Is it like a Polish themed chain?
It just kind of looks like a convenience store. But
I'm
have
looking
like,
at Zabka right now. It's not what I thought it was. I keep thinking, yeah, it does look like a convenience store. There's a so when I was in Warsaw years ago with Dodger, I remember we went to CD Projekt, and while we were there, the first night we went out to go find let's go get some Polish food. Let's go get some we'll get some I don't know, like a weird soup or something. And we ended up going to this one place, and we got pierogi. We got a split piece soup that had like a sausage hanging above it that you could cut and dip in the soup. Whatever the case may be, we loved it. We thought it was delicious. We went to the CD Projekt offices the next day, and they were like, oh, so what did you do last night? We told them, and we said, oh, yeah, we went to this place. It was so good. We loved it. Like, that was real good Polish food. And everyone was like, that's basically the Taco Bell of Poland. Where you ate at. And I was like, I don't care. That was delicious. That was exactly what I wanted. Sometimes you want Taco Bell.
Exactly. Sometimes you want Taco Bell, and everyone's always like, that's not real Mexican food. I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm getting it. If I want real Mexican food, I go get it.
I just found this outdoor pub, Broar. I assume that says bar and restaurant, PG4, Gdynia. I don't know.
Yeah, but Gdynia.
I'm looking at, this is so interesting. So you know how you can get a flight of beers, right?
Yeah.
Well, here, a flight of beers is also served with 4 little bite-size bites that are paired with the beer.
Oh.
Like, that's fun.
That is fun. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the last time I drank in Poland, I had a cherry beer, and it was the best beer I had forever. And now that's all I think about. And oh well, c'est la vie. Not a thing we have here in LA, that's for sure.
You'd think you would.
You would think. I've looked, can't find it.
That's the weather.
Okay, let's go to sports.
Sports. Here's sports time. Sports. We got football happening right now. I was watching it earlier today. We had the Packers lose to the Browns in terrible implosion fashion. We had the Jaguars beat the Texans. The Panthers shut out the Falcons. The Washington Commanders beat the Las Vegas Raiders. Buccaneers beat the Jets. Eagles beat the Rams. Steelers beat the Patriots.
Yay.
Vikings beat the Bengals. Colts beat the Titans. And on Thursday night, the Bills beat the Dolphins. And other games are still occurring right now.
And other games are still occurring.
We got baseball standings. We're getting close to playoff baseball, actually.
Playoffs?
Playoffs. We got let's check the old stand. We got the Blue Jays are in. The Phillies are in. The Brewers, the Cubs, and the Dodgers have all clinched playoff spots. Then for wild card stuff, we've got Yankees, Red Sox, Astros, Guardians all battling it out in the American League and National League. We've got Padres, Reds, and Mets and Diamondbacks all battling it out for the last spots. And then you got the Tigers in first, but with the Guardians a game back. Mariners in first with the Astros 2 games back. And Padres 3.5 back of the Dodgers. They probably won't get there, but this is the fun part. Now the games actually matter. And that's sports.
Okay, talk to me about our fact of the day.
Fact of the day. Fact. I may have done this one a while ago, but I do think it's interesting. Especially because we were watching some Disney movie stuff. Many Disney characters wear gloves to keep animation simple.
Huh?
That's right. Walt
What do
Disney
you mean, like thick gloves or finger gloves? Because I imagine the finger gloves wouldn't change from hands.
Like the Mickey Mouse gloves.
Okay, all right.
It says, Walt Disney might have been the first to put gloves on his characters, as seen in 1929's Opry House starring Mickey Mouse. The gloves distinguished Mickey's hands from his body and became part of the official stage costume. But, in addition to being easier to animate, there's a reason for the gloves. In the Encyclopedia of Walt Disney's Animated Characters, Disney was quoted as saying, "We didn't want him to have mouse hands because he was supposed to be more human, so we gave him gloves."
I guess that makes sense. You don't really think about that, but yeah. At a certain point, having the gloves sets them apart as, if you saw their weird hands, you'd be creeped out.
Yeah. Because, and a lot of the characters do have, Mickey has it, Minnie, Goofy has the glove hands.
So many characters have it.
Yeah.
All the mice characters did.
Mm-hmm.
Goofy does. Does Max have gloves?
I think so.
Max has gloves, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. I just thought Max was like a normal. Yeah, I guess you don't think about the gloves.
Yeah. It's I'm looking through now, you can see. We watched the Goofy movie.
Yeah. PJ and Pete both have gloves.
Yeah,
Hold on.
they all have gloves.
Hold on.
Oh.
Beret Girl in the movie does not. And I think that's because she is completely a lighter-skinned character.
Maybe.
PJ, for example, is some sort of animal. I don't know what he's supposed to be, but he clearly has a face
like a dog
color and then a rest of his body color.
Yeah.
And this girl, which I think is, by the way, hilarious. I just want to point out for the record, it's so funny to me that in all animation, the male characters are the goofiest, weirdest looking things, but every female character is the sexiest thing that ever existed in that world.
Yep.
It's so funny. But yeah, the beret girl that he meets, that he rizzes up in that one scene in Goof Troop, she's wearing a black turtleneck and a beret, but she has red hair, and the rest of her, except for her nose, looks like a human being. Her nose is kind of like a dog nose, but the rest of her just looks like it. Yeah, okay. I assume Roxanne is the exact same way. Yeah,
yep, she's
Roxanne
the same.
is the exact same way.
Yeah.
That's so funny. So yeah, no gloves for Roxanne, I guess, because except for her nose, she could pass as a human being.
Yeah. No, that's definitely crazy.
That is so
I didn't even
weird.
realize that. And I just watched all these.
You don't think about it. Yeah, even Stacy, their friend, their weird, a nerdy friend.
Yeah.
She's just a normal girl, except she has kind of like an animal face a little bit, but then her body is just. But PJ, the guy who's played, I don't know his name, the guy who's played Scrimmage Buddy, that guy,
yeah,
Pauly
that guy.
Shore, the Pauly Shore character, he literally has gloves too. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I guess.
Whoa, Roxanne's dad doesn't have gloves.
Oh yeah, and he's a bulldog.
I don't even understand the rules. It's so bizarre.
I wonder if that's just because they don't animate them as much, so they didn't give them gloves. It's like the main characters they have to animate all the time. They just give gloves.
I guess. Yeah, maybe. Interesting.
I guess that would make sense. Yeah, look at that. It's pretty wild. By the way, I don't know why Roxanne isn't in the second Goofy movie. They get together. She doesn't even make a cameo. You'd think she'd have a cameo in it.
I mean, great question.
I only say that because we watched both of them the other day, and we were just like, wait, what? Like, why isn't she in this one?
I don't know. Why did they make a a Cars movie without Lightning McQueen? I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do weird stuff.
There's your fact of the day.
Okay, who has come to us with tears in their eyes?
We've got tears in eyes. Whoa. Gosh.
Oh, dear gosh. Get the tears out of your eyes, Goof.
Dear illustrious sirs, with tears in my eyes, I have been a long-time listener of your podcast since 2013 when I was trying to find what to listen to on my hour-long daily bus ride. I never had to listen to a podcast before and thought I would give you a try, and yours was one of the first I ever listened to, and I've never missed an episode. Oh, my God.
Oh, that's good.
My question is, what are some podcasts you would recommend? Oh.
Ooh. I used to listen to podcasts all the time, but most of them have fallen off. Like, I think How Did This Get Made still every once in a while makes an episode, but if you've never listened to it, it's definitely one of those ones to go back and listen to again, just because it's always fun to listen to really talented comedians roast bad movies.
Sure, right.
The Conan O'Brien show is hilarious, just flat out hilarious.
Yeah,
His
really
podcast is very funny.
I listen to the Bill Burr podcast sometimes.
Bill Burr
That's always
podcast is
fun.
very, very good. Yeah, that's a fun one too. That man goes off, and I'm
He
like,
does.
yes, Bill, do it. Yeah, that's kind of my vibe when it comes to podcasts. I don't know if you're like I don't know what you're looking for because there's so many now.
There's a billion podcasts, yeah.
The problem that I have is half of them are literally what we were kind of doing earlier this episode, which is the whole thing is, all right, so I was on Reddit and I saw this thing.
Yeah.
What's your vibe? Like, that's most
Yeah.
podcasts now. Or podcasts where it's like a gimmick. Like that one girl who her whole thing was she interviewed people, but like did it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
so who are you? What are you?
Yeah.
Like that kind of. I'm like, ugh, I don't care. Yeah, I think probably the most active one that I still listen to frequently is Conan's, but yeah, I guess that's it for me. Do you have any?
That's the thing. It's like the Bill Burr podcast I'd listen to. I used to listen like every week, and now I'm kind of like every once in a while. And then there's like Warhammer podcast I would listen to. Like Warhammer Weekly was good when I was playing Warhammer more. But like, I think I'm just not a big podcast person. I think because a lot of people listen like on their way to work and stuff, and I don't have to do that. Like
Yeah.
or like on the way to school or whatever. So like, I just I don't really listen to podcasts that much because there's like nowhere I'm really going. Usually, if I'm like driving somewhere, it's not like that long, or I'll just listen to music or the radio or sports or something. Like, I don't know. I don't really listen to any podcast like consistently is what I want to say. But like, there's podcasts I'll like see and tune into occasionally and be like, oh, that's cool, or like different topics, but I never really consistently listen.
Yeah, like, I mean, if you're asking Jesse, what other podcasts are you guys in? Crendor has a sports podcast he does every once in a while. I do
true.
Geekenders and Chilluminati, and I have a Star Wars book club podcast. Like, we have other things if you want to listen to more of us. But yeah, honestly, for me, I spend a lot of time. Like, I recently just downloaded a audiobook to listen to in the car, only because there was a show that used to be on TV called Flash Forward. And it only had a few episodes, but premise-wise was fascinating, where like there was just a day where everyone on planet Earth blacked out and saw the future. Except it wasn't everyone. Some people saw nothing. And so from that moment on, everything in society kind of collapses. People who didn't see anything think that they're going to die. That's why they didn't see the future, that kind of thing. And it's chaos, right? And it was a TV show that had a cool premise and then was canceled. And I only just recently discovered there is a book that it's based off of. And so I downloaded the book to listen to and was like, oh, so now I'm going through the book. And by the way, nothing like the TV show. I don't know what they were thinking with the TV show. I was like, the book is so much better. What are we doing?
All right, next we've got Dear Illustrious Sirs, with tears in my eyes and smears on my thighs because I can't eat pizza pie. Okay, yep.
Yep, good
As
rhyming.
two pristine gentlemen who have dabbled in the MMO genre for a big part of your life, in recent times, there have been a big move of WoW streamers leaving WoW and starting to play old school RuneScape, So my question is this. Have you ever played old school RuneScape, or could you see yourself trying it out in the future?
Have you ever played it?
I played actual RuneScape back in the day.
Yeah, I have too. I played actual RuneScape back in the day. I have no desire to go back.
I don't either.
But just like how I have no desire to go back to WoW. Like, once I move on from something. I don't, like, have fond feelings for stuff. I will literally go back and watch either you or Nobble or, Bellular or Preach or any of the countless other Bajira, anyone else playing WoW. I'll go back and just watch you play rather than play it myself.
I mean, I'll play old things if I'm like, going back, having fun. But, like, I didn't really get into RuneScape is my thing. Like, I played it for a bit. I remember walking around, like, chopping trees and fishing and, like, doing some stuff like that and then dying and losing everything I had. And I was just like, I'm just going to play WoW. That was just kind of what I did. So, I mean, I played it, but I didn't really get into it. So I feel like if I got into it back then, maybe I'd want to play it, but sure. I just don't care that much. But I do think it's cool that it's a thing and it's, like, happening. Like, I think that is cool.
Yeah, I have no problem with people going the idea of someone ditching a game to go play another game, I'm like, I don't have fun. Play what you want. Like, that doesn't affect me at all. Yeah, I don't think I would go back, just like how I wouldn't go back to EverQuest or Final Fantasy XI or any of the older MMO RPGs. Just like I wouldn't do Ultima Online again.
Right. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
I have moved on from that phase of those, and even from WoW, because WoW requires a lot of grinding, and Final Fantasy XIV is very casual friendly. Like, you don't have to play much in order to get a lot out of it. And that's exactly what I want, because then I wouldn't be able to spend 6 hours playing some Chinese drama sim game.
Yeah. That's Dear Illustrious Sirs.
All right. What's our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Scientists who studied if striped cows attract fewer flies win weird research prize.
Huh? Wait,
That's what I said. A team of researchers from Japan wondered if painting cows with zebra-like stripes would prevent flies from biting them. Another group from Africa and Europe pondered the types of pizza lizards preferred to eat. Those researchers were honored Thursday in Boston with an IGLG Nobel the Prize, a handmade model of a human stomach for comical scientific achievement. In lieu of big paycheck, each winner was also given a single hand wipe. When I did this experiment, I hoped that I would win the IGLG Nobel. It's my dream. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable, said Tomoki Kojima, whose team put tape on Japanese beef cows and then sprayed painted them with white stripes. Kojima appeared on stage in stripes and was surrounded by his fellow researchers who harassed them with cardboard flies. As a result of the paint job, fewer flies were attracted to the cows, and they seemed less bothered by the flies. Despite the findings, Kojima admitted it might be a challenge to apply this approach on a large scale. This year's winner, honored in 10 categories, also included a group from Europe that found drinking alcohol sometimes improved a person's ability to speak a foreign language, and a researcher who studied fingernail growth for decades. That just reminds me, I watched a Simpson episode the other day, and then Otto gets his license taken away, and he's trying to study, and he's like, alcohol makes you drive worse. What the hell? Every great discovery ever at first glance seems screwy and laughable. Mark Abrahams, master of ceremonies and editor of the magazine, said in an email interview ahead of the awards ceremony. The same is true of every worthless discovery. The LG Nobel Prize celebrates all these discoveries because at the very first glance, who really knows? The annual LG, is this IG or LG? I think it's IG, okay. IG Nobel Prize ceremony is organized by the Annals of Improbable Research, a digital...
So it's a catalog of just weird research?
It's a digital magazine that highlights research that makes people laugh and think. It's usually held weeks before the actual Nobel Prizes are announced.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. The ceremony to celebrate winners Thursday night at Boston University began with a longtime tradition, the audience pelting the stage with paper airplanes. Several of those who couldn't attend had their speeches read by actual Nobel laureates, including Esther Duflo, who won the Nobel Prize for her experimental approach to alleviating global poverty. There's also a mini opera about gastroenterologists and their patients, inspired by this year's theme, which is digestion. Several people sang about all the challenges of treating stomach bugs and being feted by patients who bring them pizza and chili dogs. There's also a section called the 24-second lecture, where top researchers explain their work in 24 seconds. Among them was Gus Rankator, who spent most of his time licking an ice cream cone and repeatedly saying yum, and Trisha Patricia, who explained her work studying smartphone use on a toilet and potential risk for hemorrhoids. When any winner appeared to be rambling on too long, a man wearing a dress over his suit would appear at their side and repeatedly yell, "Please stop, I'm bored." Other winners this year included a group from India that studied whether foul-smelling shoes influence someone's experience using a shoe rack, and researchers from the United States and Israel who explored whether eating Teflon is a good way to increase food volume. There was also a team of international scientists that looked at whether giving alcohol to bats impaired their ability to fly. "It's a great honor for us," said Francisco Sanchez, one of the researchers from Colombia who studied the drunken bats. "It's really good. You can see scientists are not really square and super serious and can have fun while showing interest in science." Sanchez said their research found the bats weren't fans of rotten fruit, which often has higher concentrations of alcohol. Maybe for good reason. When they were forced to eat it, their flying and echolocation suffered. They actually got drunk, similar to us. When you take some ethanol, you move slower and your speech is impaired. Among the most animated of the winners was a team of researchers from several European countries who studied the physics of pasta sauce. One of the researchers wore a cook's outfit with a fake mustache to accept the award, while another dressed as a big ball of mozzarella cheese and got pummeled by several people holding wooden cookware. They ended...
Genuine question, do you think people would be more into science if this is the science that they were given on a daily basis?
I think so. This is like, this reminds me of like the Bill Nye and like Beekman of the 90s.
This is very Beekman, yes.
Yeah, just like wacky science, but still kind of interesting. Like you're still learning something.
Yeah, what the hell?
They ended by handing out bowls of pasta to the Nobel laureates. There it is.
Amazing. Amazing. Loved it.
Yeah.
That's great.
And that's the big news story of the day.
Well, that's it for us. Thanks so much for listening and watching and enjoying this podcast. Crendor, hit them with the socials.
We've got socials, youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast. That's where you can leave the weather requests or the Dear Illustrious Sir requests. Also, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified, all that stuff. Also, youtube.com/Cox and Crendor. It's all the animations. Also, we're on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, and probably more. Also, there's our own things. YouTube Jess Cox, YouTube Crendor, Twitch Jess Cox, Twitch Crendor. YouTube too old for this. YouTube almost too old for this. Cox clips, Cren clips, Patreon Jess Cox, Patreon Crendor, the Twitter Blue Sky Jess Cox Crendor, Instagram Notorious Cox, Instagram Crendor's Taken, TikTok Crendor, TikTok Jess Cox, TikTok, and yes.
Thanks so much. We'll see y'all next time. And as always,
shake the rhino.
To be continued.